Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with these two palettes to create this eyeshadow look, a little bit of warm tones and some cool tones, some pink and oranges. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested in seeing how I did it, stick around. If you are new here and have never been here before, hello and welcome. My name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I love to play with eyeshadow, particularly colorful eyeshadow, and I upload several videos every week that are all eyeshadow related. Tutorials, tags, get ready with me's, reviews, swatches, comparisons. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you definitely found the right spot. I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing before you go. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss new uploads, and let's get rolling with this look. I have already primed my eyes using the Glamlite Icing Primer. Everything that I use in today's video is linked down below in the description box. Today I want to play with these two palettes. I kind of want to do like a yellow burgundy sort of thing. I am not entirely sure, but I really want to play with those colors and sort of play into the yellow orange of my earrings and then the burgundy of my shirt. We'll see how it goes. Let's get started. I think I'm going to start with a wash of yellow. Taking a medium blending brush, I'm going into the shade Pollen In Love from the Queen Bee palette. And I'm going to lay this in my entire crease. I'm going to do sort of a wash of yellow everywhere, and then I think I'll deepen it in the outer corner with one of the orangey tones. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is going to go. It's just fun to play. Okay, now I'm going to take a denser blending brush and go into the shade Behave. And I'm going to place this, starting in my outer corner, keeping it kind of in the crease, and blending it forward a little bit. And a little bit in the outer corner as well. Again, I don't really have a plan. I'm just placing down color and I'll work it from there. A lot of you guys know that I was doing pre-filming for when my baby came. And at the time of this filming, she's officially here. You probably saw my my announcement in the community tab that she arrived on March 1st. I had uploaded almost a month of extra content. Actually, I think it was a month of extra content. And then she didn't come when I was expecting her to come. I have two other daughters and both of them came early. So I was fully expecting this baby to come early. I was also expecting her to be a boy, but she didn't end up cooperating on either of those fronts. But I thought she was going to come early. So my time frame for pre-filming sort of had her arriving somewhere in the late teens of February, and that didn't happen. So the content that I had pre-filmed, it ended up being used up over time, and I am now at the point where she's here, and I do have 2 weeks of videos uploaded, but my mother-in-law is now coming into town, which I hadn't really banked on because people talked but never made any plans. Well, my mother-in-law finally made plans. She's coming into town today, so I'm not planning on filming at all while she's here. I plan on taking 2 weeks off. So that basically uses up the rest of my pre-filmed content. So I have this week that you are seeing now, and then next week is a week of Serenity using the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes. And after that, I don't have any more content. So by that point, she will have left and I will be able to start filming again. But I don't really want to take the time to film while she's here. I just want to enjoy her visit. It's going to be really good to see my mother-in-law. She and I have a great relationship, and it's going to be great that she can come and spend time with the children and make memories with them and meet the new grandbaby. It's all good. I want to deepen the outer corner a little bit. I'm going to take a much smaller blending brush, go into Orchid You Not and grab the shade Nuh-Uh, which is the deepest matte, and just put this in the outer corner. I could easily use the black from the Queen Bee palette, but I want to bring in a little bit more purple now because the rest of the look is going to be more purple. And I'm planning on using one of the shimmers from Orchid in this look, and I don't really know which one I'm planning on using, so we'll figure that out. It might look like mud when I'm done. Okay, yes?
Do you know what the French word for Sabbath is?
Sabbath or Sunday?
Sabbath.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now for these shimmers from the Orchid You Not palette. I think I'm going to go with two of them. First, I'm going to take, using my finger, I like to apply ColourPop shimmers with my finger. I'm going to take the shade Pretty One, and I'm going to lay this down on, I think, most of the lid space, starting from the inner corner. Yeah, that's pretty. It's kind of a soft pinky purple. And I'll lay that on all the lid space leading into those mattes. Not too concerned with right here, because I'm actually now going to I'll wipe off my finger and grab the shade OMG. And I'll put that right here where the shimmer meets the mattes. I could have grabbed this Seedling shade, which is a lot more of a color match to the mattes in the outer corner, but I wanted OMG because it brings in, again, a different, layer of pinky shine. It's just not quite as expected. And I think that that undertone sort of works with the undertone of the orange above it. Now, you may be wondering about my baby. I plan on doing a whole, like, I'm back after baby sort of video after my week of serenity, once I'm back into the routine and filming and whatnot. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in hearing about that. She was born at home, and it was actually my easiest delivery yet. So if you're interested, definitely let me know, because I plan on making that video, but if nobody cares, I won't waste my time. Now for the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, I'm taking that smaller blending brush that I used for the dark outer corner, and I'm going into the shade Rebloom. This is the lightest matte in the Orchid You Not palette. It's really not very light. I'm putting it on the inner lower lash line, but I'm definitely going to dress it up a little bit from here. If you guys don't have this palette but are looking for a palette of really good deep berry sorts of tones, I can recommend the quality in this one. It's excellent quality. With that same brush, I've color switched it, and I'm going back into Behave, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner of the lower lash line. And I'll just go back and forth right here where it meets the purpley shade. Then I'll color switch that same brush and go into the yellow one and put it right on the edge here. I'm putting it on the edge of the outer corner lower lash line, but I'm not bringing this yellow all the way into the bridge of my nose to buff out the purple tone, because this kind of yellow at the bridge of my nose is gonna make me look sort of ill, a little bit sickly, like maybe I need to get my liver checked. So I'm putting it on the outside of the orangey shade and just buffing it into the rest of the yellow tones out here, but I'm not gonna bring that yellow all the way in. This yellow absolutely can be used at my inner corner. In fact, in a recent look that I did using this palette, I did put the yellow as like a pop in the inner corner and carried it at the inner lower lash line, and it was beautiful. But because I'm pairing it with these much more warm orangey tones, it changes the color of the yellow, and it's not going to work over here. I think I'm going to grab a lighter pink to buff out this purpley tone. I'll be right back. I grabbed this Still Pretty palette from September Rose. I'm going to take this shade here called Camellia, and I'm going to put it again on the same brush, which I have color switched, and just use this to soften this this purpley tone a little bit. Okay, for an inner corner highlight, I'm taking a smaller pencil brush, going back into the shade Pretty One, and this time I'm going to spray it. I'm going to use this as an inner corner highlight. I'm also going to place it on the inner lower lash line to just brighten up that area a little bit. That Camellia shade did an okay job. It didn't turn out being quite as light as I wanted. I need like a light pastel pink. But I do think that's looking pretty. It's kind of unexpected. I really like the warm yellowy orangey tones, and then pairing it oddly with these more pinky shimmers. I think it's pretty. I think it's interesting. I think it's pretty, but also interesting. I'm going to choose a waterline color. As you know the drill, I'm going to go off camera and do the other side, and I'll be right back to close out this video. Okay, here we go, all said and done. I think this look is super pretty. Let me tell you how I finished it. In my waterline, I used two colors. This is the shade Fluffy from ColourPop. It's a light pink, and I used it on the inner corner, and then in the outer corner, I used a liner from Udenzai in the shade number 002, bright yellowy orange sort of color in the outer half of the waterline. I put on some mascara, but I didn't do anything else to line my eyes. I did a little bit of blush from my Tarte palette because I thought I needed to bring in a little more pink to the cheeks, because this yellow was making me look a little sallow, but I think it's well balanced now. On my lips, I've got these two things from, let's see, this is a glowing lip from ColourPop in the shade Mid-Century. Is that right? Yes, Mid-Century, and then a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Bit of Honey. That's everything. I think the look is super pretty. Now, I know I've said before that pink is like my least used eyeshadow color, but this kind of pink paired with something interesting, I really love. It's not a Barbie pink. It's not a hot pink or bubblegum pink. It's sort of a soft, mauvey, lavender, berry-ish leaning pink. I don't know. I just really, really like these pink tones, and I like them paired with something unexpected. So yeah, really digging this look. I don't think I would have thought to pair these colors together were it not for my earrings, which a friend of mine had given me. They're rather unusual. I don't know where she got them, but they're sort of yellow roses. So the roses themselves have, I'll just show you, yellow roses. The roses themselves have a tinge of orange and brown on the edges of them. And then there's also this interesting pop of pink flowers as well. They're just really interesting, and I thought that they went nicely with my the burgundy of my outfit because they matched, but they weren't too matchy, and that was the inspiration for today's eyeshadow color combination. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I do. I hope you've enjoyed all these videos, all my pre-filming. I hope you're looking forward to the week of Serenity, which is coming next week. And thank you so much for being with me and for hanging out, for clicking on my channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see lots more content, and I'll see you guys again really soon in my next video. Bye!